Among the living, follow me or die. Tune to, I think, E standard. Okay, before we start, I just want to mention that I'm going to use a term called the big power chord, which we'll put one here at B. B power chord. Take your first finger and cover the low E as well. That is going to be called the big power chord. So whenever I say that, that means not only are you playing okay, let's start. Intro is easy. That's E, B to B flat, back up to B. And you really have to decide how thick you want to make the power chord. You want to 2-string it or you want to 3-string it. So 2 strings is obviously that. 3 strings, if you want to get that octave in there, just get that guy in there. I usually get the 3-stringer, but I use my pinky for both. So the intro is easy enough. Forever and ever and ever, and then you got the little lead bit that comes in. Now this is a good way for you to decide what strings you want to use, because obviously you can play those particular notes on different strings. So I'll give you 2 examples and we'll move on. So you got, E note with A string 7th fret to D string 9, 8, 9. Just sliding. And then you've got, which is the octave, an E note on the G string 9th fret. What do you do down here? The benefit from doing it down here and using D string 2 is that you're using a lot of G string, and with a lot of G string you can pinch harmonic a lot of notes. So it just depends on what you like. And then you know that already. Now let's mute the E. This is where you use your big power chord on B flat and B. Got it? E. Big power chord. A sharp, B, C. You get up to, what is that, C sharp, and then you go F, E. Okay, to get out of that to the next riff, you go, you get to the C sharp, then you got your little, and it's basically just the incremental half steps. You've got D sharp here to A, and then you knock that back a half step. D, A flat, come back to D, and then E. Reverse it. Starting with G sharp to D, A to D sharp, and then G, E. And which is just basically A sharp and E. Now I just do it from here, do a downstroke here, and an upstroke. This is the fun part. This is where you start. This is where the sweat starts kicking in. So you got G, G sharp A, and then you come back here And I guess you can either do single notes. To me, that's not powerful enough. I need the whole power chord here, so when I do it, I go. Last one is A sharp to B in half steps. Okay? Now, the verse, look, from here on out, it's just, your right hand is constantly rocking the fuck out. So, it's this. It's D sharp, and there's always interplay with the low E. You're always like droning on the low E. So it's so you got D sharp, and then you've got A and A flat power chords. That kind of thing. Second half of the verse, you just drop this to D. Everything else stays the same. Now you're doing power chord, you're strumming power chords and you're strumming single notes. So it's like da 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 da, and the big accented ones are the power chords, and the not so ones are just the low E by itself. So it's like ba da 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 da. That's a slide. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, you go back to back into it. Let's get to the walking dude, shall we? You know this already. And that's E, E, F, C. This, back into it. Don't worry, you'll be sweating. If you're not sweating, you're amazing, and you're not picking hard enough. You're not digging in. Let's do the rhythm underneath the solo, which I love. F sharp, to F, F sharp to E, and then F to get back into it. With A, you've got A flat, A, F sharp. That kind of F, E. Whatever, that just probably just. It's just an E. It's the big power chord E. Use all downstrokes.